Shalom. Hope everyone is doing well, as good as can be under the circumstances. Today happens to be the 27th anniversary of my bar mitzvah. So to mark the occasion, Parashat Lecha, I thought I'd share a Dvar Torah with you from my website, wordfinder.com. Twice in the life of Avram Avinu and Sarah, Imenu, they traveled somewhere and tried to pull off the ruse that Sarah was his sister to save his life. And twice that didn't work out. Sarah was taken, and once by Paro, once by Avimelech. And both times when it was revealed that Sarah was really Avram's wife, Paro and Avimelech each said to Avram, "Why did you do that?" But in Parashat Lecha, right after Paro says that, he just says, "Hinei shtecha kach v'lech," take your wife and go. When Avimelech does it later, next week's Parsha, so he says to Avram, why did you do that? And Avram actually gives him an answer. He says, I didn't see Yirat Hashem. There was no Yirat Elokim in this place. So that's why I did that. And Rashi comments that Avram noticed that everybody who came out to greet him asked him, who is that? Who is that pretty lady? And he had to say, is that your sister? What should have they done? Oh, you're coming in from a long journey? Do you need some food? Do you need some water? They didn't do that, so he knew something was up. So what was the difference between the two? So Rav Moshe Feinstein, the Darash Moshe, has an interesting explanation. He says Avimelech was genuinely interested. He really thought he had some kind of just society. And he said, wait, if there's a problem, I want to know about it and I want to fix it. So Avram gave him the answer. So yes, everyone seemed to be polite, and in general, on the books you have a polite society, but really below the surface I could tell that there was something wrong. Paro wasn't really interested in the answer. He was just saying, why'd you do that? He knew his society was corrupt. His society wasn't moral. His society was filled with inappropriate behavior. And therefore, he wasn't even asking for the answer. Says Rav Moshe Feinstein, many times that's true. We don't always have to give the answer. Sometimes people aren't interested in the answer, and we shouldn't always feel the need for self-justification. Sometimes they know the answer. Sometimes they're saying something that is false, and they just have to profess and proclaim, oh, I'm so just, oh, I'm so moral, but really they're not. And therefore, we shouldn't always feel the need to answer. Right now, Klal Yisrael is in a terrible matzav. We just experienced a terrible tragedy. And there's all sorts of statements from all sorts of people around the world. What we have to know is that we are in the right. We are morally right. We are morally just. We are doing the right thing. We are defending our homeland. We are defending our people. Sometimes people are genuinely interested in dialogue and talking, and we should explain to them. But sometimes they're not looking for their answers. They're making statements. They're releasing statements. They're basing it on false narratives, and there's a lack of facts that is clear. And we don't always have to answer everybody. We shouldn't always feel that need to answer everybody. Sometimes they're not looking for answers. That's the message that Rav Moshe Feinstein learns from Avram not answering Paro's question. Paro asked and just said, okay, hinei shtecha kach v'lech, and sent him along on the way. And that is sometimes what we have to do, ignore people who aren't really interested, and just know that we are doing the right thing and we don't have to answer everybody's question. Good Shabbos.